Hi, grade 7 students. I hope you're doing fine. You are really doing a great job. This is week 9 of online learning. This week's writing lesson is about sonnet. We will start with identifying the meaning of a sonnet, determining its types, and identifying its structure. A sonnet is a type of lyric poem that consists of 14 lines. It has a unique rhyme scheme depending on its type. It follows a structure called the iambic pentameter, which is 10 syllables per line. We will discuss it later in this lesson. There are two types of sonnets, the Petrarchan, which is the Italian, and the Shakespearean, which is the English sonnet. Both have 14 lines and follow the iambic pentameter, but they differ in the structure and rhyme scheme. The Italian is of two parts and follows the rhyme scheme A, B, B, A, A, B, B, A, C, D, C, D, C, D, while the English is of four parts and follows the rhyme scheme A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. A sonnet usually consists of quatrains, a couplet, and follows the iambic pentameter. Now you will be introduced to each one. A quatrain is a stanza or poem of 4 lines, usually with alternating rhymes. Each quatrain is one unit of thought in the poem, similar to a paragraph in prose. This is an example of a quatrain. It consists of 4 lines and the rhyme scheme is A, B, A, B. A couplet is a poem or stanza in a poem written in 2 lines only. It usually rhymes. For example, who wants my jellyfish? I'm not Sallyfish. These are 2 lines and they rhyme at the end.
The term we need to understand is iambic pentameter. It's relatively easy to understand and much easier than it sounds. We saw in another video that Shakespeare wrote in verse and prose. An iambic pentameter is quite simply a form of verse. Pentameter tells us that a typical line will be formed of 10 syllables, and this line taken from Richard II is a good example. So when this thief, this traitor, Bolingbroke, you should be able to hear the 10 syllables or individual vowel sounds clearly. So when this thief, this traitor, Bolingbroke. But a good question to ask is, well, if there are 10 syllables, why is it called pentameter? After all, in Greek, pente means 5, not 10. Well, pentameter actually means that each line is divided into 5 segments, which happen to be called feet, and each of these feet contains 2 syllables. Now, incidentally, this does not mean that a word must be contained within one specific foot. Words often fall into different feet. For example, the 2 syllables of the word traitor fall into feet 3 and 4, whilst the 3 syllables of the word Bolingbroke fall into feet 4 and 5. So now we know why the verse is called pentameter, but why is it called iambic? Well, iambic simply means the pentameter lines are made up of something called iambs, and an iamb is 2 syllables where more stress is placed on the second of those 2 syllables. It's often described as a didum rhythm. For example, the word compare is iambic because there's less stress on com and more stress on pair. Now, if you compare that with the word compare, you can hear that compare is not an iamb. So going back to our line, so when this thief, this traitor Bolingbroke, you can hear that there is more stress on the syllables when, thief, tray, bol and brook. Now if as an experiment we reverse this pattern, you can hear that it sounds unnatural in normal English pronunciation. So when this thief, this tray, tore Bolingbroke, so the didum rhythm is the basic pattern of iambic pentameter, and it also sounds quite speech-like in English. So, in summary, verse in Shakespeare's plays is written in iambic pentameter, which is 10 syllables divided into 5 feet, and each foot is an iamb. Simple as that.
So, in order to be able to write a sonnet, we should keep these tips in mind. It should include a topic, a theme, 14 lines, figurative or descriptive language, the rhyme scheme depending on the type if it's Italian or English. This week you will be given the sonnet Learning How to Write a Sonnet, and you are asked to answer the questions about it in order to analyze it. Don't forget to submit on time. Have a blessed week and stay safe.